Smith, broadcasting live with the Black News Network, a real voice of U.S.A. We are live from the desk of the Emissary, broadcasting from a Black perspective. We do not own the rights to the music, but we do own the rights to what we say. We all are brothers. No matter how you look at it, some of us need things and some of us don't. But we are all brothers and sisters, no matter what the level of our need. There are some people in this world today that think just because they got the fancy car and the fancy house and the fancy money and bank account, that they don't have a need to stay in contact with their people. They like to let their people just go and say, forget about it. We don't need you, and we are not going to be involved with you because we're no longer niggas anymore. Ain't that something? Ain't that some way to look at it? It's the way that people are doing things. Our Black people have failed to stay connected with our ancestors. Now, our ancestors are the ones who paved the way. I watched a movie the other day, Harriet Tubman. I was so moved about how deep she got into the Underground Railroad. That is such a situation that we all should take a moment to take a look at. Not only that, there's another lady that appeared on my radar over the last few days, and her name is Fannie Lou Hamer. Fannie Lou Hamer, a Black woman from Ruleville, Mississippi, really touched my heart with what she had to say. Fannie Lou Hamer was a civil rights activist, and she did some things down in Mississippi that really changed the way people view Black people in Mississippi. But the problem is, she did all that work in the 60s. Between the 70s, 80s, and 90s, that shit was damn taken away. Not only in Mississippi, but for the rest of the world. Need I remind you that the things that happened back then are still subject to happen now. And you think that because you're making money, because you got the nice house, because you got the nice car, that you're no longer susceptible to what's happening in our country, to Black people. So how do I get you to see?
I did not vote for that damn phone today and running against him and racist.
But I don't understand how you cannot see what's actually happening here in Mississippi. And there are so many things going on about our people and about how they are systematically taking away things that are available for our people, that I am basically appalled at how we address it. It is too difficult for a black man that's willing to step out online and say that we have a problem. It ain't Houston we have a problem. It ain't Texas we have a problem. It's America we have a problem. And that problem seems to be getting worse. If you don't believe me, think about what just happened in Nashville, Tennessee, just 2 days ago. Or was it? It may have been yesterday, but within the last 48 hours, there was a school shooting where 6 people were killed by a former student of that particular school. Now, I ain't going to go into detail. I'm just bringing up these things because these are the things that you need not get. As long as it's not in your community or in your neighborhood, then it's okay. We're gonna let it slide. We're not gonna pay as much attention to it as we should. But if you think about what has happened in Nashville and what has happened in Uvalde and what has happened since Columbine, you need to get your ass booked because we have not done a damn thing to change these school shootings. Kids are in danger going to not only public school, but now this Catholic school was a private school. And the janitor got killed, the administrator got killed, 3 students got killed. It's just unfreaking believable that people are still shooting up in school. And the first thing you want to hear, or the first thing you hear, is from the president, is that, we got to control assault weapons. That is the problem. We need to ban assault weapons. Bullshit is what they try to throw at you every damn time. Every time. But the difference is, did you see how those police officers did their damn job for a change? They did a great damn job at taking down this shooter. But the problem is that shooter got into the school to start with. That shooter purchased 7 guns to start with. That shooter gave indicators all along the way to start with. So back it up, and figure out what the hell has happened here in America to cause people to want to do that kind of damage in our society. It's one problem, and that problem is you cannot continue to neglect what's happening here in America to the people that are trying to just be successful. People just want the White House and a picket goddamn fence. And you are not getting it because you're not allowing people to succeed in the fields and categories that they are good in. Because you got these status quo people in position that ain't doing a damn thing, and they're taking up the time of the government and wasting our taxpayers' money. You got all these people sitting up there in Washington, ain't doing shit. They're coming up with so much bullshit it ain't even funny. They're more concerned with whether a woman can get an abortion or not than how many kids are being killed in school. They lost track of what they should be doing. And I say this and I say it again, until the America does right by black people, then we will continue to have these type of troubles. Do right by black people, clean up your shit from hundreds of years ago, make that shit right, and then you can start doing something for the people that you've been neglecting. These people that are lashing out and doing these shootings are those very people that have been neglected and have been not paid attention to throughout their lives, and they are falling by the wayside, and they're taking people with them. And they don't give a damn anymore because America doesn't give a damn either. We stand up there and we make these damn big ass speeches and we say these nice, wonderful things about how we gonna fix this shit, how we gonna do this shit, and don't a damn thing get done. It ain't a damn thing changed. You thought because Uvalde was the epitome of all these people being in charge and not doing shit, it was gonna get fixed after that. But that's a goddamn lie. Ain't shit fixed after that. Uvalde just shows you, it revealed that none of these law enforcement agencies are functioning at the level they should. And not saying that they got to pull out their gun every time something happens. What I'm saying is they are not doing what police are designed to do unless the police are designed to keep black people from succeeding. And if that's the case, then that is what's happening here in America. The police are designed to only keep black people in their place. And that's why the rest of America is running amok. And so when you decide to fix the problem from the root, then you can get the tutor doing what it's supposed to do. From the rooter to the tutor. Fix the damn problem. The problem is the way you treat black people in America. And it don't think it just happened yesterday. It's been for hundreds of years. It's been for decades and decades and generation and generation and generation. Why do you think I left Mississippi? Other people I know left Mississippi because they didn't want to have to fight every damn step of the way to get what they needed to get from society. There's an area where all these tornadoes hit down there, like Midnight, Mississippi, Silver City, Mississippi, Rolling Fork, Mississippi. You heard what they said. The average income of the people there is less than $30,000 a year. $30,000 a year. That ain't no damn money. Now, how do you think these people survive off $30,000 a year? Because they black and because they are creative enough to stretch $30,000 a year to survive. This ain't the first year. They know how to survive, but they also know how to produce. They know how to work. They know how to maintain employment, and they are not lazy. You want to stifle black people and not give them the opportunity to do things, and then on the same hand, you want to say, "Oh, them niggas lazy." That's a goddamn lie. People are not given the opportunities that we should be given, and then we don't want to participate. In the 1960s, 67% of the black population there had registered to vote. In 2023, in the state of Mississippi, less than 28% of the people, black people, are registered to vote. So we are regressing. Everything's going backward. Look at how the Capitol Police, which is managed by the governor's office, went into Jackson, Mississippi, and claimed that black officers on the Jackson Police Department does not have the right to arrest a white citizen. What kind of shit is that? That was approved by the Jackson legislature. It's approved. And that's what they do down there. And they doing it because black people have been stifled, have been hoodwinked, have been bamboozled, have been kept out of mainstream to this day. And if you look around in every major city right now, you're not going to have a black person in the entire city staff. The entire city staff, no black person runs a damn thing in none of these damn cities. San Antonio included. What black man runs shit in San Antonio? You got a black man appointed to the Civil Rights Commission for the city of San Antonio, and it's almost like they buried him in a safe and threw him in the river because you ain't heard a damn thing from it. The only time you hear from the damn politicians is when they want to run for office. So we're in that season right now where they're running for office. So now you're going to hear all kind of promises, all kind of shit from people wanting to be in the seat. But yet, once they get there, you don't hear shit. You don't hear a damn thing. You think that they supposed to be there to serve their community, but in our observation, not only are they there to serve themselves, but they're self-gloating and self-loading for themselves. They're not doing a damn thing for their society and their community because ain't a damn thing changed. Because if it was some change in there, you wouldn't keep seeing school shootings like you just saw in Nashville, Tennessee. These damn people going into these offices so full of shit and don't make no damn sense. It doesn't make sense. They are not there to serve their constituents, but yet when they're campaigning, they're serving every damn body. Oh, we're here to serve. We're going to do this for you. We're going to improve this. But you see the same old shit all the damn time. Every election season, the same old shit. You got a Senate up there still kissing Trump's ass, and Trump's facing a lawsuit for paying off a hooker $130,000. He's under indictment, not yet, in New York. They're waiting to do that. I don't know what the hell they're dragging their ass for, because that's what they're doing. There's only two things going to happen. You're going to indict Donald Trump or Stormy Daniels, or you're going to be called a punk. And when I say punk, I mean a sorry-ass damn district attorney. Mr. Bragg, get off your damn hands and get that man indicted. Whether who gives a hell what the hell happened after that? Just indict the man. Get it over with. Quit bullshit. And then they got the same shit down in damn Georgia where he tried to bribe the Secretary of State to give him 11,000 votes. All we need is 11,000 votes. And he's going to be under indictment for that. They're supposed to be hearing on that. Then he got another piece of shit going on with the documents that he had at Mar-a-Lago, the top secret documents. And then you got our Senate up there. Republican Senate still kissing Donald Trump asshole. Still doing it. And in the wide open. Then you got that Marjorie Taylor Greene dumbass. So go to the prison where all these people that did the insurrection on January 6th are in jail, and she goes in there and treat them like they celebrities. How foul is that shit? And if we didn't have a Democratic representative there, we'd have been lied to again by these lying-ass politicians in these positions for life, and they won't get their ass out the way of progress. That's why America is going through the shit that it's going through right now. And if you don't watch out, you're going to see Africa, you're going to see China, you're going to see Russia pulling pairs and teams and double teams and pairing up against the United States of America. And you ain't going to have shit to defend yourself because you done gave all your shit to Ukraine. This is America. This is the shit we live for. Nobody wants to address the elephant in the room. Nobody wants to know or address the elephant in the room. And the elephant in the room is the way America treats black people. That is the elephant in the room. And until America do right by black people and black people only, it's going to continue to suffer at the hands of God. Look at the tornadoes through the Mississippi Delta. Look at the floods through California. Look at the snow up north in the Northeast. Everywhere you look, there's tragedy. It's been tragedy, tragedy, tragedy after tragedy. Now the floods are about over with. Watch, the fires are going to start in California. When the fires are over, it's going to be hurricane season that's going to come up through the Gulf of Mexico. All this shit is happening because we are not paying attention. We're allowing our big oil money people to go up into Alaska and ruin that shit too. Biden did. And then you want to act like Kamala Harris is doing her damn job, and she done put more black men in prison than any damn DA in the country. Than any DA in the country, Kamala Harris has locked up more black people. Now she want to be a sister. She want to hang out with the sister. Back in 1963, Fannie Lou Hamer was on a bus, and they stopped in Winona, Mississippi, to go to the bathroom. And some people wanted to grab a sandwich. But of course, these white state troopers and the local police department was in that facility where they stopped at. So the people, only 4 people got out the bus. And Fannie Lou Hamer was standing right at the door of the bus. So they told her, get that nigga. They arrested him. And they put her in jail that day. It's the same day that Medgar Evers was assassinated. The same day Medgar Evers in Jackson, Mississippi was assassinated. They put Fannie Lou Hamer in prison, in jail. And then they got 2 black prisoners. One, they gave a billy club and told them to beat her. And he beat her. He beat her so bad that they ruptured her kidney. They gave her a blood clot in her head. She survived that, and to go on to form this thing in Mississippi, I forget what they call it, but it was Black National Democratic Congress or something to that effect. And they formed that because they would not allow black people to be members of the Democratic Party. And then she went on to Washington, D.C. and advocated for them to have a seat at the table. And she received thousands of threats on her life. Now, this little black woman was not educated, but she was sitting with them white folks and telling them what they needed to do. But they not going to do it. And they didn't do it. No matter what people do in the black community today, they are not going to listen because we are not unified. If you look at all the black people that they have killed, hundreds of them since 2014, you will see that they killed them one at a time. One at a time. And what is the main objective of them killing black people one at a time? Because it's easy. They know it's easy to isolate a brother or a sister and take their life and get away with it. But black people are sitting back like they don't see the writing on the wall. You are not human here in America. The 13th Amendment tells you that you can never be a citizen of the United States. But then here comes the 14th Amendment that tells you that you're a citizen of the United States. But see, don't get it twisted. The 14th Amendment is not there for you. It's there for the southern states. And it's there because the southern states needed to get back access back to the union, get back into politics, get their seats back in Congress and the Senate and everywhere else. And in order for them to do it, they had to forgive them with the 14th Amendment. And then they had to act like they were including you in it so you wouldn't get pissed off about it and start raising hell. So they bamboozle you again with the 14th Amendment. But they told you flat out when they wrote the Declaration of Independence, they engraved the Liberty Bell. All men are created equal and free. It's in the Constitution in the first 7 sections that you are a citizen of the United States, but yet you have yet to be recognized as a citizen of the United States. You're not recognized because you are not even a noun. You're an adjective. You're colored. You're Negro. Negro is color. It's not a damn noun. It's a color. Well, it's a noun for color, but not for a human species. Black, color. What else they call you? Porch monkey and all other kind of shit that they call you. Ain't none of that shit legitimate. Don't none of it register nowhere. What you gonna do? Go to an international convention, and when they get to your turn to speak, you gonna say, I'm an African American. No, the hell you ain't. You're descendants of Africans, of course, but you're not African American. You're not black. What are you? The Constitution tells you, without a nation, a flag, and a religion, you ain't shit. You don't have a national religion. You don't have a national flag. You don't have a nation. You don't have those things. You think the U.S. flag is yours? Hell to the now. The Constitution tells you that you're not part of this country. And in order for you to become part of this country, you have to figure out this system. Eventually, I'll start talking about this system and how to get through it. But it doesn't take 90 days. It takes years for you to figure out how to get through the system. It takes wisdom. It takes you listening to the right people. It takes you hearing and digesting the right information that people are putting out to you. And for many of you, let it hit you like water on a duck's back. It rolls right off. You act like it don't pertain to you because you've made it. You're just like everybody else. You're still a nigger, but you're just like everybody else. And you sit there and ha job like you the shit, and you ain't shit. You don't let these people blow your head up, but try to get too big for your britches and watch what happens. You're right back down at the bottom. Same people who passed on your way up, that you shit on, you back on, same black people, you're going to see them on your way down. You will see them on your way down. Fort Hood is being renamed. It's about damn time all the people they done killed up there. After a Hispanic general, one of the first Hispanic generals in the army. It ain't the guns. It is the way that America are treating its citizens. It ain't the guns. Everybody should have a say-so. And the ones that want help get help. But America ain't hearing it. You're ignoring the problem. You can work your way around this problem all you want to, but until you address the problem with black people, you will always have issues in America. America can never be great again without you addressing the elephant in the room. And this ain't a pink elephant, this is a black elephant. You need to address the black elephant in the room. We're all brothers and sisters until somebody needs something. And then you can find out who your brothers and sisters really are. Most of the time, your brothers and sisters and your frats and your sororities are all game as long as you don't need shit. Need something and see what happens. They'll run like roaches when the light comes. The Silicon Valley Bank was just bought out by the First Citizen Bank. There was only 15 branches of the Silicon Valley branch of that bank. But they lost $50 billion in those 15 branches. Rolling Fork, Silver City, Midnight, Mississippi, all suffered from a Category 4 hurricane tornado. And it hit most of the black areas. We know that's how it always is. And people are now trying to form all these anti-Semitism leagues. And the Jews that think they're the Jews, they bullshit. It's like the religion that you walked off the plantation with ain't your religion. It's a lie. It's the religion that they made you take, and you ain't shifted yet. You're still stuck on that stupid. The same shit that they made you force-fed you with. That's Nat Turner. Nat Turner force-fed too. He became a Baptist preacher while a slave. And he was dispatched all around the country to different plantations to keep the revolts down in the slave department until he realized he's telling these people to take the beatings, take the killings, take the rapes, take all this stuff and look to God because your answers are in heaven. So basically your answers are when you die, all your answers, all your prayers will be answered when you die. You got preachers out there asking for so much money. It's just crazy. I ain't gonna go down that road. Anti-Semitism, Black people are the original Jews. You can stop looking at the elephant in the room all you want to, but it's there and it's real and it's what it is. In the worst days of our lives, Black people, in the worst days of our lives, and I would like you to look back over your life and think about this. In the worst days of our lives, we have carried on. We carried on, and we are still carrying on. They have beat us, tortured us, raped us, hung us, castrated us, burned us, dismembered us, destroyed our cities all over the country. There's over 50 Black communities that have been burned to the ground in America. And people took their land, and white folks act like they ain't did shit. Well, what's wrong with y'all? Y'all just don't want to work. Bullshit. Distractions to our life is something that we need to really pay attention to right now. Look at all the distractions. They distract us with commercials. They distract us with football. They distract us with baseball. They distract us with basketball. They distract us with all of these entities. All of these different things are distractions. These are distractions that keep you not focused on what you should be focused on. And that's getting your equality where it should be in America. Black people are so upset with sports right now. It don't make no damn sense. Why? Because Black people get paid by the NBA and the NFL. No, they getting paid, but where do you see those athletes in their communities? You see 1 out of 30 doing something, but the rest of them getting their damn money and going to the strip club and making it rain. They don't give a damn about what's happening here in society. Most of them don't have a proper education or proper developmental brain, and they get their head banged all damn day when they practice it and when they're playing games, and they all got concussions, not all, but most of them got concussions. And then they let white people, they all had all white quarterbacks one time. They let people like Brett Favre get away with stealing $70 million from the poorest people in the country, the $30,000 a year people in Mississippi. And he hasn't been prosecuted. And they're not going to prosecute. Last thing is transgender. Basically, transgender is you're a man, but you're trapped in a woman's body. Or you're a woman, you're trapped in a man's body. And your characteristics are that of the body you're trapped in, or the opposite of what your body is trapped in. That's something that people have accepted here in America that transgender people do exist. And basically what has happened when you open up that box for transgender people existing, then you open up the box for transracial. I'm black, but I'm really white. I'm white, but I'm really black. You're looking at the black color, or you can be transracial. And some people don't even have to say it. They think they're transracial because they don't act like they black, or they don't act like they white, so they transracial. It goes further. Transable. You're perfectly healthy, but you're disabled. Your hands work perfectly correct, but you don't use them because you're transable. You're supposed to not have hands. I wonder if you can be trans adult and you don't want to grow up. You want to stay a child. You can be trans adult. Or if you're a child, you can say, I'm going to be an adult. So why can't you sell me cigarettes? All I'm saying is, all of these things are just so unbelievable. And it's just stuff that America creates and tries to force it down other countries' neck or throat. Anyways, join me Sunday at 3:30 p.m. for an in-depth detail commentary on America and how they accept us as black people. One by one, they wiping us off the face of the planet. We gotta unify. And that's gonna be one of our main topics. Salam, salam. This is the Black News Network, the real voice of Black USA. To be part of your life today. We'll see you Sunday at 3:30 p.m. Have a great day and a better day tomorrow.